Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a nicely chilled ruby breakfast, which is, I believe, pink grapefruit juice, apple, orange, and maybe even some pineapple in there as well. Either way, welcome back to the game. And previously, we spent a lot of time and money on building the foundation on the right. It was a fairly big build project, and because of that, we hired some more workers and indeed some more janitors to clean the thing because it is filthy. And yes, this is going to be the new home for the inmates that pass the death row appeal process, go from the death row cell blocks and then over to, well, currently it's these dormitories here, which is, yes, certainly not fit for purpose. Obviously, you can see there's a huge amount of privacy near there, but the rest is actually pretty much okay. And yeah, they're going to go over here. So let's just crack on with some building, and let me just go to quick build and custom and then cloning. And the idea is that at bare minimum, I want to move over the inmates from the dormitory to this area, but we'll have to see how we get on. Obviously, it will depend on, yeah, getting this pretty much done. What I'll do actually for, right, let's see, for this area, I think I'm going to build all of these and then go from there. I think I'm gonna, yeah, probably build these and then I'll be able to clone it across. That'll be easier. I probably can use the quick build function to rotate this and flip it, and that should be correct. Is that correct? If I was to place it there, it would be, actually, yes, I think that is correct, but it would require a bit of wall. Actually, that can go there and rotate it and flip it, and that could go in there. And you know what? That is actually all right. Let me just go to walls here, and then we'll put that across, and then that across there. And actually, that should be, I think, all correct. So we'll let the workers crack on with that one. Naturally, we are obviously onto the management side of the left of the facility, the original body of the facility here, so it's fairly standard. Let me actually go to here and change all of this to staff only because, well, it should be. And yeah, so this is obviously where we've got the cell blocks. It's going to take some time for them to crack on there. There's some more inmates. So if we check out the intelligence, we can see some informants here. We've got a couple of unknown traits. How many do we have when it comes to the intake here? Intake wise, it says 82 death row. We'll have to see how we get on with that one. You can see death row inmate status. We've got Aston Barsby, Andrew Betteridge, Alexander Zimitri, not even attempting that one, James Luther and Ian Wood, and those have all went through the death row appeals process. In fact, and Aston Barsby is 2%. Let's find Barsby. Where is Barsby? So, there's that fella there that I can't pronounce, Sasha, and they've got 5% likelihood of clemency and plead guilty for lots of murders. 118 years, apparently. Let's see if I, as I said, can find these. Why are all these cells empty? That's curious. Let's see if I can find Barsby, and looks like I can't find them there. Over here, we've got in... Nope, can't find them. Okay, so where is Barsby? That's interesting. Let me double check and go to some prisoners here and look down the bottom. So there's Barsby. If I just zoom in and mouse over, oh yeah, they were pretty much there all this time. 77 years for multiple crimes including murder, grievous bodily harm, and aggravated assault. All the plead guilty there. Okay, yeah. So I would have thought that. I don't know why that's gone down to 2%. I'm guessing they've just been there so long and they keep going through that process. So once it's under that threshold, then that's pretty much done. So I mentioned about over here, obviously we are building this one. It's going to take the workers quite a bit of time. So this is where we've got a big open area, and I want to put in sort of multiple rooms in this one. And I guess we need a couple of things. Well, how many inmates do I have in this one? So it's... Well, how many inmates in total do we have? Basically, as far as I can tell, the kitchen over here is nowhere near the big enough to actually fulfill the needs of all these inmates. So one of these might become a bigger kitchen, but that's a future me problem. In fact, you know what? I'll probably make this a bigger kitchen. Oh no, I can't make that a bigger kitchen because oh no, I can, sorry. Originally this was a canteen, and then that served these cell blocks here. However, once we put in this bottom bit, this canteen here, if we go over to our logistics and to food distribution, we can see that everything is set up correctly. So this can actually become a new kitchen. So I can extend the kitchen by moving that over there and then putting in another cooker and another fridge. So I will do that. Let's do that now. So cooker there and then a fridge there. And then what I can do is go to quick build and actually, you know what, I'll go to dismantle first. So dismantle object. So it's all of those and that. And we can reuse that over here as well. So that's actually a pretty good idea doing it like that. And once that's removed, we can go to, once again, quick build custom cloning, and then we can select all of this, and then we will do a. I don't actually need to rotate it and change it up, but that. No, I don't. I really don't need to do that. So that can go in there. Obviously, we will have some doors, which will be a staff door, which will go in here. So we do now have 2 sets of kitchen, which is fine. So as you can see, they're cracking on building over here, which is good. I will eventually put some door servos in this area here, and I'm still not too sure whether I got the wiring over here correct, but it is what it is. It seems to be functioning, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. However, what I will do is, let's see if we can find Barsby. So, standard procedure here, we'll go through the process. Still not too sure whether I'm going to move over the offices to this area. I think we've got enough on our plate, as it were, to really crack on with. So we'll probably leave it for now, although I'm not 100% on that one. So prisoner Barsby here, Aston Barsby, prison number 139095538, sentenced to 77 years for multiple crimes including murder, grievous bodily harm and aggravated assault, all plead guilty, and we will authorise the process, and then we will dismiss the staff and the witnesses. And truth be told, looking at the time, we might be able to go ahead, and if we can find Alexander, which I believe there were. Well, there could be absolutely anywhere because people do get moved around. Let's have a quick look here. There they are. Alexander, and they've got 2% for their likelihood, the chance of clemency, which is, yes, it's under the 10% threshold. The default threshold is a. Why is it taking a while to assemble the execution detail? Oh, it looks like they're. Or is it? Yes, execution witness, their priest. Yes, it is taking some time to get there. So yeah, the default threshold is 5%, and then with the bureaucracy researched, you can get it down to, well, get it, I guess, down up. You can get it to the 10% mark. So let's go ahead, and this is security, so we'll put in a couple of these here, a couple of chairs, because why not, and then an office chair as well, and that'll be that security room. Obviously I need to put all the flooring and stuff, that's just a thing we'll have to do. Right, so how many inmates do we have? 29, 4, 8, 12, 24... Yep, we've got enough if I do all the full cloning. Okay, so that's fine. So what we'll do is we will get all of this cloned over, like so. And then similar thing here. And then hopefully this is correct. If not, then, well, I'm just going to have to put up and shut up, aren't I? That's now in there. And then we'll put in the walls, like so. And then I'm going to have to start thinking about this area here. So obviously we do need to meet certain needs. Let's just have a quick look at a couple of the obvious ones. So let's go to reports and then needs. So bladder and bowels is being met by the cell. Sleep, same thing. Food we haven't put in. Safety hopefully will be, fine. In fact, you can see there's no need for safety. I guess what I mean is that the safety need is being fulfilled. That's satisfied. We can see there. Hygiene is in, and I found some more stuff. We're currently on 80% for the crackdown of drugs there. Family need we will get in because of the visitor booths, and I will put in phone booths around here, so that should be fine. We've got that. Recreation, we do technically have a TV, but I'm going to put some more stuff for that one. Environment is a bit of an issue, but I did hire some more janitors. I might actually hire a couple more because I don't like the idea of it being where it is now, so we'll do that. Actually, what I'm going to also do is go for some more cooks there as well. Back over to reports here. Comfort and environment and privacy. Obviously, privacy there's a big problem, as well as freedom. That will hopefully be done, because of these individual cells and moving over from the dormitories and such. Clothing, yeah, it's all sorted. Drugs, alcohol is just a thing that you do get in here, so not much I can really do about that one. I'm not going to run any programs in here. The idea was never to do that, so I'm not going to do any reform stuff. We have a literature and spirituality and luxury needs all fulfilled. Literature by the bookshelf, naturally. The spirituality by the prayer mat. And technically, the pet bird does look after luxuries, I think. A bird, let me just have a quick check. Gets for the family and luxury needs. So actually, yes, basically we need to do food. Is the main takeaway for this one. So canteen, I will go to canteen, and then I'm just going to do that. Now, obviously, this is not the proper one. I'm just putting this in for the sake of completeness. And can I put in can I put in more than 2? I cannot. Is it best me to put a canteen at the start, actually? So they go through the canteen first, or do I want to put it at the back? I think it actually would be better if I put a canteen either side. I don't think I actually need all of those. I think I only need 2 serving tables. It doesn't say exactly how many I'll need. Let me go ahead and go to planning, actually, and I'm going to go to objects, and that's going to go 5 and then 5 and then 5 and then 5, so it's something like that. And then we're going to have in the standard 3x4 for the tables and chairs. Well, benches, actually, wouldn't it? Oh, actually, wait, we're going to struggle with that one, so I might rotate it round, so it goes like that, and then like that. Okay, yeah, that does sit better, so we'll do that. And then we'll have this one, and then I'm gonna have another one, and then something like that. So it's gonna be how many did I say I had? 4, 8, 12, 24, 4, 8, 12, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 34? No, 30, it'd be 36, I think. And then it's... yeah, that should be right. That should be alright, that size. It's still quite a interesting size. Actually, that's better doing it that way. It's much better. It actually fits in. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. Okay, over to objects then, and canteen, and I think the serving table we'd probably be able to fit in... oh, that's a small serving table. Wrong serving table. 1 there and 1 there. And then cancel that, and then 1 there and 1 there. And that's basically the canteen, so we'll put that in. So canteen, remove all of this, and then designate all of that one, and then we are in. While I'm doing this, we're going to go for some phone booths. We'll put them along there and along here. Similar thing. Now, I've only got 1 phone tap. So it's a bit overzealous, this one, but we'll see. Let's go with a yard, and I can technically put a yard on the inside. You can do that, and minimum size 5x5, and that's now in. Do I want to put a running track indoors? I'm not too sure whether I want to or not. Let's go for a common room, and then I'm going to put a common room in like so. So we got all those rooms in there pretty much sorted. So the yard, I'll go for flooring. I'll put a running track in. Oh no, running track has to be outside. So a lot of these, actually, a lot of the things in this yard, we won't be able to place in, because things like the tire apparatus, yes, needs to be outdoor only. Let's go with the yard, and we'll see what we can actually put in. So I can't put any of these in. Bleachers can go in technically. Yeah, we can put bleachers in. Put them there and there, and rotate them in there and there. That's all good. We can put in some punch bags. So I'm going to put in some like so. And again on this side. Is that right? No, just need a little bit of a gap. Just trying to make it symmetrical, you understand. I'm not going to put any more benches in. Dumbbell racks. We'll put those in. And then the standard procedure. Actually, I'll put gym mats in between all of these as well, because we do have some spares. How is money? Money's doing all right. It's currently sleep time as well, so I can go through the Standard process here. Pull-up bars, outdoor only. Knee up bars, push-up stones. They're all outdoor only, as you can see there. Yeah, weights benches is your default pick for that one. So there's all of that. And I mean, we're just going to spend a lot of money in this episode, aren't we? Let me just pause it for a moment while I place all of these. So benches, and actually, no, what's better if you go with tables first. Why tables first? Because then you can sort of click and drag a bit. I don't know why I'm doing it in that order. That's just a silly idea. So that's fine. And then we'll unpause it, and then we'll go for benches. And then, like I say, you can sort of click and drag across that. And because you've already got the other stuff planned, it means it's not going to buy the double amounts. That's all good. Right, so that's not fine. Common room. We're not going to put in any TVs. I don't see any point in that one. We will go with the, I guess the, yeah, we'll go with the sort of, what's this? Table football. Yeah, table tennis. Can even put in computer stations. We don't often put them in. What I'm going to do is have a row of computer stations there and arcade cabinets, because that's recreation and comfort. So we'll do that. So you've got computers and arcade cabinets. What else do we want to put in, really? I mean, what else do I need? Not sure. Do I want door servers on this? I think I do want door servos on it. So I'll just put these in for now. It's all good. And back to the common room. Let's actually double check the needs. So we have, in no particular order other than the very strict top-down order. Bladder, bowels, sleep, yes. Food, yes. Safety, yes. Hygiene, yes. We've got the shower. Exercise, oh yes. Family, phone booths, indeed, and the visitation. Recreation, yep, loads of that. Haven't finished common room, but I'll come back to it. Comfort, aye. Environment, hopefully. Privacy and freedom, definitely. Clothing, depends if it bugs out or not. Drugs, alcohol, not so much, but we don't supply those anyway. Spirituality, yes, and literature and luxuries. So basically, we've got all of the needs fulfilled. I guess it's just a case of putting some of the stuff in. I mean, I could put in some of these. Do I want to do that? I don't want to just put some like random sofas around the place. There's no reason why you can't. Like that. Sort of sit around in the middle. And then we'll put a gravestone right in there. No. Right, so that should be fine. So the workers have got obviously a lot on their plate there. Right. Wiring, CCTV. CCTV monitor will go in like so. I also want some back here. So I want one in, it's difficult, I think there. No, one further down, so I'm just going to zoom right in. So there, that tile. One, two, three, four, five. Gap of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. So it's in between the two. That should be alright. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think then. Also, I'll go for 7, 8. I won't have the right number of connections. But these are going to be dismantled anyway, so that should be alright. Let me go ahead and connect up the electrical cables here. Like that, like so. Obviously it's taken them a while to crack on with this. I will preemptively put in door servos I should probably put the walls in, actually. I'm only putting these little bits in like so because the rest will be cloned, you understand? So, those are in. Utilities, wirings, door servos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Okay, so this, I believe, is the... I was going to say first death within the facility. First unauthorized death. That is... Miles Reich, I believe. Miles the Hobo Joe. 582 counts of loitering. 10 years ISO cubes. Right. Successfully passed the death row appeal process. Recent misconduct is none. Cop killer, fearless, stoical, dealer, supplier, extremely tough and strong. But no recent misconduct and no reason for the guard to have done that. So obviously if they were fighting, then fair enough. So any of these inmates here might be an instigator. That's what could have happened. That's the only thing I can really think of. Okay. Fair enough. Right. So, what I'm going to do is go to... Is this now fit for prisoners? I think it is, you know. I think it is. I'm going to do a bit of a test. Dismantle. All of that. Deployment. Like so. So all them inmates now should be heading to this new area. Slight problem with that. Got no patrols. Let's sort that out. So, patrols. As you can see, I will put many a patrol in here. Obviously, I need to remove these as well over here. Let's go with magenta. I'm gonna go across there and down to probably there. Similar thing here, over to there. So dog handler, like that. Dog handlers. We will put a dog handler in these areas. We will put a armed guard in each of these areas, which I will need more. And we'll assign couple of guards to these as well, and I'll need to have them around here as well. So let's go ahead and have a patrol like that, and then could just have one along here. So dog handlers and a couple of guards. Right, so let's overstaff this thing, and that should do it. I do need some more armed guards. So an armory, guard locker. Can run guard lockers like that, so they can get in between. That's fine. But that should be that pretty much all alright. I mean, obviously I've got certain things missing. Prisoners are going hungry. Yeah, I think it's because of this. But I'll see what happens. What's it going to do? Doors. Large jail door. Nope. Oh yes, large jail door red. That's fine. That's exactly what we want. Don't know if those are in the correct orientation, but they should do. And then wiring. So, wiring is removed from there. So, CCTV, we're going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Darn it! If you misclick, it just stops the building of it. That stops the connections. There's that. And then this one will go like this for the door control systems. So that's alright. Danger level going up. I'm seeing inmates looking after needs in the middle now, which is handy. Yeah. Alright. Planning. Remove all this planning here, we don't need it. And there's the food need. Let's have a quick look. Logistics and food distribution. We will remove all of these rooms, so I don't want that. And frankly, I don't want that either. I think we can probably move everybody over. Obviously, I'm dismantling all of these. I'm hoping that's now sufficient. It's going to take a while for the guys to move over. Got 29. Shared capacity is 36. That shouldn't be shared. No, it should be that. That's fine. I've just passed a... I've just done a grant, actually. What was that? Grant. Oh, it was... Oh, no, I haven't. I thought we'd done crackdown on drugs. No, it's actually gone down. Brilliant. Fine. Standard procedure, then. Alright, I don't know why that's locked open. Probably remove some of this as well. Okay. Currently sleep time. We haven't done any of our executions for a while, so we'll crack on with that. Probably get a couple done. And then, basically, I'm going to have to build some... I'm going to have to do some building on the right. Mainly flooring, you understand. So this is Prisoner Newell. Prisoner number... This is Warren Newell. Prisoner number 139237666. 76 years for multiple crimes including murder, aggravated assault. All plead guilty. Authorise. There we go. Right. Does one have enough money to get this built? Yes, I believe so. Right. I'm going to make... I'm going to point out now that this will not be the most efficient building, because basically yeah, I'm going to be building over things, but it's going to be too time consuming to do it another way. So this, and something like that, like this. It's just going to go around, like you can see. I don't know how effective this will be visually, but we shall obviously find out in but a moment. So there's all that. Iron floor. Lots of flooring is going to be placed here. Like that. And like that. I'll do the outside later on. Oh, this is going to be iron floor. Even in parole. Let's see, it's just going to sort of copy what we've done on the other side. I'm sure some of this will be messed up. And, oh, hang on, grate goes there. The rest is done. Then iron floor, over right, across like so. So there is, how much would you say there? We started off with 40 grand. So what, 25,000 for all of the iron floor? I think so. At least the door's open correctly. Alright. Danger level is at 0. Let's not build anymore. Let's not do a shakedown. Intake is okay. Now, obviously, I could set intake so we get in some more maximum security inmates. We could do that. But this facility was always supposed to be death row with then these extra bits. Which, yeah, for good or ill, we have. So I'm not going to bring in any inmates to fill that up. because it was always supposed to be death row. This is prisoner Harvey. Dan Harvey, prison number 140-33861, sentenced for multiple crimes including murder, attempted murder and torture, 69 years in total. Murder, plead guilty. Attempted murder, torture and armed robbery, all plead guilty. Likelihood of clemency is 4%. I will authorise and final report. And you can see all of these guys now, because I've not been going through this process. We sort of got a... I hate to use the term backlog, because it's a bit humanising, but there you go. We certainly have a lot of inmates. But we knew this when we decided to build the facility. And this is prisoner Mead, prison number 13983206. Sentenced to 47 years for multiple crimes including murder, grievous bodily harm and torture. See, I don't know if it's a random thing. Because there's... So this person here, been sentenced to 47 years, and obviously been in death row, and their likelihood of clemency has been put, well, to 2%. You know, they're not getting out of that. But then there's people like Stephen Carter, 77 years sentence. Derek here, 89 years. 62 for Duncan. Bobbington, 136 years. Do you see what I mean? It's you know, it's almost random in 136 years for Stephen here. 126, 97. You know, all of these inmates here, 108. All these inmates over here. Obviously, I've went through that process and passed. Yet the other guys haven't. How curious. Okay, well, we are going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, then, we will basically... Yeah, we'll basically finish off the facility. I'm going to go over to programs, actually, and double-check deployment before I do that. 1 second. Yeah, that's all fine. These shouldn't be staff only. That should be visitor only and visitor only, all of those, so we can get visitors in. So that's classed as staff and visitor only. And then parole hearing. There's no point in running parole because there's nothing in the queue. So these guys here... yeah, they've done death row appeal, but then they're now in here. Estimated reoffending rate 72%. And it was 97 when they turned up. Oh well, we've got some improvement there, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get some more death row inmates, more armed guards, because obviously we've got patrols in death row and patrols over here now. Okay, so we are going to leave it there for... I'm just going to a couple more, why not? Max it out. So we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, we'll finish off the facility, which means basically cloning this down to here. Obviously, quite a simple job. Putting in more flooring and setting up any extras that we need to do, and then that'll basically be the facility finished. So yes, we're going to leave it there, and as always, hope you have enjoyed the episode. We got a lot of building done, and it's looking as I expected, so that's actually all right. Happy with that one. All right, yeah, like I said, we'll crack on next episode and see how we get on. Needs are, I think, slightly better. I do think there might be a problem when it comes to the food distribution. But we shall see. I don't know if this kitchen is too small or not. There is demand of 62, and then this is supply as well. It seems to be working all right. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's this one that's the problem. We've got 2 kitchens. Can we also now set that as well? No, we can't. We can't. Can we not set? Oh, hang on. I'm gonna say I've messed that right up. There, and there. Okay, so that should be... I'm just going to set all these like that. So this now should be correct. So if we look at the utilities, where is it? Let's go. And food distribution. Both of these kitchens are now supplying the canteens, and they're also supplying around here as well. So it's all should be an equal distribution. As I said, anyway, we're going to leave it there for now. That's there's Andrew Betteridge on 1%. We'll obviously go through that process as well. But yeah, next episode we'll finish off the facility. As always, hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series as it is thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.